And pay attention, coolers, because I'm bringing you an unforgettable video. I'm bringing you the most random starting 11 in Barca's history, with the worst players, a lineup you wouldn't even imagine. Like and watch until the end, as I present to you the worst players and the worst possible starting 11 in Barca's history. Share your thoughts in the comments. See you at the end. Let's get started. Well, dear friends, let's start with the goalkeeper, someone who went down in history for basically doing nothing at Barca. The truth is, he arrived with a lot of hype. We're talking about the goalkeeper Rustu, the Turkish keeper who had a great World Cup in the 2022 season. And Barca signed him, but he only played for one season. He didn't adapt to the team. The language was a very important barrier. Ultimately, a very young Vitor Valdés completely replaced him. As a fact, he only played 7 official matches, 4 in the league, where he conceded 6 goals. He failed at Barca and belongs on the list of random goalkeepers, along with the likes of Banano, Dutruel, and a few others. But anyway, let me know in the comments. And now we continue with another real failure in Barca's defense. He came from Brazil as a right back who showed promise, but that's all it was, just an idea. We're talking about Douglas Pereira, who arrived at Barca in the 2014 season and stayed until the 2016 season. Afterwards, he was loaned out to Sporting Mexico home, Benfica, and Seba Sport. He lacked technical skill, had very little consistency, and played only 8 matches in 2 seasons, showing many defensive weaknesses and offensively as well. He also drew significant criticism of Barca's vision. A very questionable signing, which no one from the board of directors can still explain. So another fact, 8 official matches played, 0 goals or assists recorded. He cost 4 million euros and was scouted several times until he became a free agent in 2019. He now plays for Besiktas after an unassuming career post his Barcelona stint. And pay attention as we continue this random list with the French player Philippe Christian Ball. Oh my, I remember this player who joined Barca in the 2001 season and stayed until 2003. The reasons for this footballer's poor performance were due to his lack of adaptation to the style. He came from Monaco for 18 million euros. He arrived as a possible star and ended up crashing. The truth is that even now, many people still can't explain why Christian Ball performed at such a low level at Barca. He had little relevance despite arriving as a great prospect from the French national team. And he only played 47 matches in 2 seasons without standing out at all. His signing occurred during Joan Gaspar's major crisis. In reality, this president committed numerous errors with signings. I'll give you 3 facts. He played 47 official matches without scoring a single goal. He was a starter in friendlies and in the Catalonia Cup, and none of them were key. After playing for Barca, he went through Olympique de Marseille and Fulham, where injuries ended his career. And pay attention because we're not done yet. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you haven't done it yet, do it now. The next player we're analyzing is the Dutchman Winston Bogarde, who arrived with Louis van Gaal from Ajax of Amsterdam. This player had disastrous performances like in that legendary match against Racing de Santander, where he committed a penalty and was sent off. His physical and aggressive style didn't fit at all with Barca's technical play, and his unmanageable character caused a lot of conflicts at that time. He was at the club from 1998 until 2000. Despite being a bet by Louis van Gaal, he couldn't earn his trust and ended up with very few minutes. I'll give you 3 facts. He played 41 official matches, scoring 2 goals plus 1 detail. There was a match where he was substituted in the 20th minute in a Champions League game against AEK Athens due to his poor performance. After Barca, he signed for Chelsea, where he barely played, earning a pretty high salary without participating. The player we're analyzing now was a huge failure for coach Pep Guardiola, who bet on this legendary Chygrynskiy, the great Chygrynskiy from Shakhtar Donetsk, who arrived at Barca. The 2009-2010 season. He only played 1 season. He was signed for 25 million euros at the express request, as I said, of Pep Guardiola, and he didn't adapt at all to playing in the team. He couldn't play in the Champions League because he had played the qualifying round with Charter, limiting his impact on the team. Despite Guardiola's trust, Sandro Rosel's board sold him a year later for 15 million euros, accepting the financial loss. He played 14 official matches without scoring. At 25 million euros, he was the era's most expensive signing. Pep Guardiola returned to Sparta in 2010 and regained his level. Now it's the turn of the French player Emmanuel Petit, who played only one season at Football Club Barcelona, specifically the 2000-2001 season. He was signed from Arsenal for 15 million euros, and Emmanuel Petit did not adapt to Barca's style of play or the environment. In fact, it was a chaotic season under the presidency of President Joan Gaspar. Despite his experience as a World Cup champion with France, he played in a rushed manner and was always on the edge of legality, which did not fit with Barcelona's technical midfield. After one season, he transferred to Chelsea and regained his best form. He played 28 official matches, scoring only one goal, and was considered a failed signing, along with Giovanni and Fabio Rochenbach, which we will see later. His time at Barça coincided with the Judas Figo crisis. And shall we continue, family? With another failed signing, in this case, Alessandro Son, who came from Arsenal for 19 million euros. As a versatile midfielder who never adapted to Football Club Barcelona's passing style. He faced numerous physical challenges and had to compete with top players like Sergio Busquets, Xavi Hernandez, and Andres Iniesta. He had few opportunities and, as I said before, he was never able to shine at Barça. He played 65 official matches, scoring one goal, and was later loaned to Wigan United, where he also failed to stand out. His signing was heavily criticized for not bringing the expected added value to the Football Club Barcelona team. Next, we talk about the Brazilian Fabio Rochenbach, or Rochenbach as some used to call him back then. A Brazilian player who played from 2001 to 2003, a signing from Internacional de Porto Alegre who cost Barça 9 million euros. Rochenbach's physical and direct playing style was incompatible with the team's associative approach. Football Club Barcelona. He had little tactical discipline and that made him commit a lot of mistakes. In fact, he received a lot of yellow cards. He played 45 official matches and scored 3 goals. He was loaned to Sporting de Portugal and later transferred to Middlesbrough for 1.5 million euros. He is remembered as part of the worst midfield in Football Club Barcelona's history. Smash the like button and subscribe. Please leave me a comment. What do you think of this masterpiece of random players from Barca's history? Now let's go with one who had zero impact during his time at Barça. We're talking about Christophe Dugarry, the Frenchman who was at the club in the 97-98 season, signed from Milan for 4.5 million euros. Dugarry didn't score a single goal in 7 matches, and Louis van Gaal completely sidelined him. His often questioned attitude didn't suit Barca's style, and he struggled under Louis van Gaal. As I said before, a divided locker room and multiple failed signings. What a dark period it was for Louis van Gaal and our friend Christophe Dugarry. Just 7 matches played, no goals scored, and he finally left for Olympique de Marseille, where, what a coincidence, he did recover his form and won the World Cup with France in '98. He is currently a television commentator, and he still criticizes Barça. And now let's move on to the legend, Mr. Emmanuel Amunike, who played for Barça from the 1996 season until 2000. Sporting de Lisboa signed a player for 3.6 million. Amunike suffered multiple injuries with a knee problem that limited him to playing only 19 matches in 3 seasons. Van Gaal used him as a left back, as a winger, as a forward, and he never found his place in the team. Despite his talent shown with Nigeria and Sporting Portugal, he never managed to stand out at Barça. And his time at Barça is more remembered for a chant from a rival team than for his play. That chant about Luis Enrique. Is your father Samunik? He played 19 official matches, scoring 1 goal, and was loaned to Albacete in the 2nd division after failing to establish himself. He won, by the way, the Olympic gold with Nigeria in '96 before coming to Barça. And we finish, family, with the last player, an Argentine Mr. Maxi Lopez, who played for Barça for only 1 season, the 2005-2006 season. He came from River Plate for a value of 6.5 million euros that Barça had to pay to the Argentine club. He was a young prospect who had to compete with players of the caliber of Ronaldinho Gaucho or Samuel Eto'o. He only played 19 matches and he scored only 2 goals. In fact, one of them was very important against Chelsea in the Champions League. The Argentine never established himself and eventually ended up being loaned out to Mallorca and later loaned out to Russian football. He was remembered as one of the worst strikers of that era at Barça. Family. That concludes today's video featuring this remarkable 11. Share your thoughts in the comments below and smash the like button, share it with your friends and comment on our video. Barça yesterday, today and forever.